The biggest news is that Chelsea have matched PSG's offer for Ashraf Hakimi. Uh, so the right wing back might be heading to London, and Inter are signing, leaning towards selling the player to to Chelsea because they are interested in the services of Emerson Palmieri and Andreas Christensen. The bid is around 60 million euros. The Premier League clubs have also been fined, the Big Six have been fined 22 million pounds collectively because of their attempts for breaking away from the pack to form the European Super League. The Champions League group stage draw is going to be on Thursday, the 26th of August. The following awards will also be given: the UEFA Player of the Year, which will probably go to Mason Mount; the Champions League Goalkeeper of the Season, which should again go to another Chelsea goalkeeper, Edouard Mendy; the Champions League Defender of the Season, which should probably go to Ruben Dias; Champions League Midfielder of the Season, that should be going to N'Golo Kante; Champions League Forward of the Season, Erling Haaland; and UEFA Coach of the Season, no prizes for guessing, it should definitely be Thomas Tuchel. Jose Mourinho has urged Harry Kane to think about his happiness amid transfer interest from Manchester United and Manchester City. Ever since Harry Kane has said that he wants to move from Tottenham Hotspur, all the big clubs are lining up for his signatures, and it remains to be seen where the Tottenham marksman is going to end up this season. Right now, it's obvious that his focus is solely on the Euros and not anywhere else. So according to Transfer Market, the PSG lineup could be as follows: Mbappe as striker, Neymar on the left, Lionel Messi on the right, which is a rumor and that does not seem to be true because Barcelona have all but re-signed Lionel Messi. Jorginho Wijnaldum in midfield along with Marquinhos and Verratti. Now Wijnaldum is all but has signed for PSG. He has been unveiled. Verratti will be there, but Marquinhos as central defensive midfielder is surprising. He's doing so well at centre back. If anything, Kimpembe will lose his place as centre back because it is rumoured that Sergio Ramos is not going to re-sign with Real Madrid and he's going to sign with PSG. Ashraf Hakimi, again we started with the show with Ashraf Hakimi probably going to Chelsea instead of going to PSG. The Transfer Market have listed Ashraf Hakimi as being they have linked him with PSG as a starting right back, and Theo Hernandez. Gianluigi Donnarumma as a goalkeeper, that has high chances of happening actually. So Paul Pogba once again proved that with N'Golo Kante he performs better. He put in another masterclass performance, and people often wonder why he doesn't do the same for Manchester United, and the reason is simple: N'Golo Kante. Kante gives him the defensive cover, the energy, the interceptions, the tackles, so that Pogba can focus on his creative ability and on going forward, and doesn't have to worry about the defensive aspect of things or on the interceptions or breaking up the play, which N'Golo Kante does for him. So it's interesting to see. So the most expensive players for each group. Let's see who's the most expensive player for Group B: Kevin De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku; Nicolo Barella and Alessandro Bastoni for Group A. For Group C, it's Frankie De Jong and Matthias de Ligt. For Group D, it's Harry Kane, Jadon Sancho, dominated by England players. Bukayo Saka has had a great season and it's continuing for him as he has been shortlisted for Arsenal Player of the Year, for PFA Young Player of the Year, for England's Euro 2020 squad, scores the winner versus Australia and the first teenage England scorer since 2019. So all this last week happened for him. Brazil meanwhile have released a statement criticizing the CONMEBOL for switching the Copa America location to their country. As we all know, Brazil have had a rising number of COVID cases and deaths over the past week, and there have been mass demonstrations taking place to oppose the presidency of Jair Bolsonaro. So it was surprising that the Copa America was shifted to Brazil, and a lot of teams are considering boycotting it. As you all know, Pep Guardiola was named the Premier League Manager of the season a couple of days back, and what a season Manchester City had. Everybody expected them to. Nobody expected them to actually go on to win the title. Obviously, Liverpool's injuries had a part to play, but City, on their part, have been very consistent over the past 4 or 5 seasons. Every season, they have continued to churn out the points, and this makes it the third title in 4 years in the very competitive English Premier League. So Guardiola is close to making this into a farmers' league, if you ask me. France's medical staff have confirmed that Karim Benzema, who took a knock in the friendly game against Bulgaria, will be ready for France's Euro opener against Germany on June the 15th. He was replaced only as a precaution. There is nothing but a small bruise, and it was nothing serious. Paul Scholes has released a statement on Michael Carrick saying that I remember Michael coming in and taking over the number 16 shirt from Roy Keane, one of the Premier League's best ever midfielders. He had big boots to fill, but I think he proved that he was more than worthy of the shirt. Scholes further says that he loved playing with him. He always felt comfortable and safe next to him, and he probably didn't get the credit he deserved at the time, but he's starting to get that now. When Michael played, United usually won, and I like that. There's nothing flashy about him. He never broke a sweat either. He was like a Rolls Royce just cruising around the football pitch. So that's really high praise coming from somebody like Paul Scholes. Michael Carrick is obviously one of the most underrated players in the Premier League era. Basically, because now he is getting the recognition, and a lot of experts too regard him very highly. The only reason is he played a very unglamorous role. He was more like the metronome of the team. He used to make the team tick with the short passes and connect the defense with the offense, or make those long through balls to the attackers and find those open spaces, or bring the ball upfield and break up attack. He was a proper midfielder, but he was not the more flashy player who would get you the goals, or who would get you 10 assists or 20 goals a season, or who would get the accolades in defense. He was the sort of midfielder who would just pass the ball around, have the ball at his feet most of the time. 4 players who will be missed due to injury as Zlatan, Donny van de Beek, Virgil van Dijk, Sergio Ramos, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ansu Fati. These players, all of them will be missed in the Euros 2020.